This is Miss Lally, and today is Tuesday, July 9th. And I had to make some changes to my garden because of this heat wave that we're going through. So, my tomato plants, the leaves started showing signs of getting ready to get fried. So I decided to make some changes in my garden that hopefully will allow my tomato plants to bounce back. I had to move them. The grass is getting fried over here, so I ended up having to move some. I just did this today, move some of my tomato plants way over there because that part of the yard, I think maybe around 12 possibly starts getting shaded, I believe. So I think those tomato plants really started showing signs of, well, they were the ones that were kind of holding out, but they were showing signs of starting to try and get fried up. So look at the leaves on here. So the tops were hanging on, but you see I got this leaf curl going on right here. So I decided to move these over here to see how this is going to work out for me. But what really made me realize I need to do something were these tomato plants. Oh, this is my little nursery area. But look at them, y'all. The sun was getting to them, so I bought these over here. They've been over here for a couple of days, and it seems like they look, as far as, I mean, the leaves, they look bad, but they're a little more perky. They didn't look like this when I bought them over here. So I think they're trying to make a comeback because this area does get shaded over here. This is behind the house. There's no ledge that comes over, but it gets a little bit of sun and then it's gone. It's just shaded over here. So these been doing good. As long as I keep these watered, these have been doing good. So I'm going to eventually plant these. I already planted some over there where the zucchini used to be. The first two zucchini. There's one zucchini over there now, and now there are 4 plants over there. So I'm going to try to figure out how I can shade that area too. So I bought some shade cloth for the purpose of putting over there, but I didn't measure right. I didn't measure at all, and it's huge, but I still want to use it because I'm thinking, why not, when I need to shade that area, because this whole area gets full sun, full blazing sun. Even the sunflowers, bend under the heat of the sun that comes out over here. So I got this huge shade cloth, so we're going to figure out how we can put up a structure to shade this area, during an intense heat times, and figure out a way where we can put up a structure where it's easy to take down, easy to put up with this shade cloth. But over here, this area over here gets full sun, but it's just a little small area right here where I got some garden plants planted. Everything else is just wild brush, weeds and whatnot that's over there. And my neighbor garden's on the other side of the white partitions. He has his garden right on the other side. He grows tomatoes and peppers, and so I don't know if that thing is casting some shade on his side. I never really paid attention to it, but I do see some evidence of some of his plants getting fried up too. But that white structure might be providing a little bit of shade relief. Plus he has these trees hanging over his backyard too. So I haven't even taken the time out to really pay attention. Um, does that shade his area as well? But I know for me on my side, that area gets full sun for a good measure of the day. Okay, so the rest of my garden is up here. All the pepper plants, the rest of my tomatoes. These are my two determinate tomatoes over here. My basil plant. This is some thyme that I bought from our previous property. It's still been coming back every year. Got my two other indeterminate tomatoes over here. My bean plants, I actually harvested a couple of beans. They are actually starting to produce some beans up here. And I did plant some more seeds. And so I see one is coming up. And I planted something over here, but I don't see no action. Oh, okay. Got me another bean. All right, there's another. Okay, so I think the beans want to try to get going, but this heat. So I guess I'm at the point. This is the good, bad, and the ugly of gardening that's happening to me right now. So I said, well, ain't no need of hiding it. Just show it. Show the bad. So I've had to squeeze everybody up over here because they get a little bit of they get some shade relief over here, and this heat has been really brutal. It was beating up on my bean plants. I was like, oh, this is not gonna work, because once again, this is our first gardening season here. So I am, just kind of learning our area. Learning, how to work the property as I go along. It's strictly trial and error. I'm just trying stuff, seeing what's working. The sunflowers right there, they don't look the greatest. I keep saying strawberries. The sunflowers that I planted should have been more massive. Now I think the biggest part was my fault. I probably shouldn't plant as many sunflowers there as I did, but I did. And I think that's why they didn't come out as massive. So I do want to plant some sunflowers there again, but it definitely might be one or two that I plant and not a whole bunch. But I would like to figure out where in the yard I can plant sunflowers. I love seeing sunflowers come up. I had to move that plant right there. I had to move it to that spot because it was getting fried right there. This is a plant setup that I got from my sister-in-law, and it's for putting on the patio. Ooh. It's for going on the patio, but and I also added some hostas to it. Of course, the hostas are not feeling the full sun, but this plant, it's 3 plants. I don't know the names of them, but is that with the pink on it and the little spiky leaf plants. They can take the heat. They've been out here full trooper, just taking the heat like it ain't nothing. So that's where I'm at right now in the month of July. We're just dealing with these heat waves. This week is low to mid 90s, high heat indexes, and I had to move. Carpenter bee was showing up. So I wanted to get a little closer so you can see my sunflower. I see they're getting attacked. Oh, Japanese beetles are showing up around here too. So they didn't turn out the way I thought they would as far as how large they would get, and I really think that was my fault. Plus, voles keep coming up or digging down in the soil over there, so still trying to figure out how to tackle the vole situation. But the main thing right now, it is the heat. The heat is really messing with my gardening situation right here. So I want to move this plant. I'm gonna have to wait till my husband comes home to help me move, see if we can pull this plant out. That's what I did with the other ones, pull them out of the cattle panel, because you see it kind of grew up into it. But I think we might be able to slide it out without messing the plant up. And that huge shea cloth, I think what I might do is bring it out here and figure out some kind of way to drape it over the cucumbers. And they're trying to come back. They are now putting out actual cucumbers. So, but it's the heat. The heat is getting to them. So I want to play around with that. It's probably going to look crazy, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. So just wanted to give you a quick snapshot of what's happening in my garden right now. So just want to share with you all what is happening. This is what my garden looks like now. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I had to move everything, or almost everything. Just too much heat right here. So probably gonna go back to the drawing board on my garden setup. Definitely gonna have to go back to the drawing board. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Stay cool.